People who say that an ideal is a dangerous thing, that it deludes and intoxicates, are perfectly right. But the ideal which intoxicates most is the least idealistic kind of ideal. The ideal which intoxicates least is the very ideal. Ideal that sobers us suddenly, as all heights and precipices and great distances do. Granted that it is a great evil to mistake a cloud for a cape, still the cloud which can be most easily mistaken for a cape is the cloud that is nearest the earth. Similarly, we may grant that it may be dangerous to mistake an ideal for something practical, but we shall still point out that, in this respect, the most dangerous ideal of all is the ideal which looks a little practical. It is difficult to attain a high ideal. Consequently, it is almost impossible to persuade ourselves that we have attained it. But it is easy to attain a low ideal. Consequently, it is easier still to persuade ourselves that we have attained it when we have done nothing of the kind. To take a random example, it might be called a high ambition to wish to be an archangel. The man who entertained such an ideal would very possibly exhibit asceticism, or even frenzy, but not, I think, delusion. He would not think he was an archangel, and go about flapping his hands, under the impression that they were wings. But suppose that a sane man had a low ideal. Supposed he wished to be a gentleman. Anyone who knows the world knows that in 9 weeks he would have persuaded himself that he was a gentleman. And this being manifestly not the case, the result will be very real and practical dislocations and calamities in social life. It is not the wild ideals which wreck the practical world, it is the tame ideals.